Now, let's join ace broadcaster MAMODE AKUGHA as he takes us inside the Niger Delta.
Hello out there and welcome to the program. It's Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region. I'm your regular host, MAMODE AKUGHA.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has called for the inclusion of women and their voices in decision-making at all levels of society. Senator Oluremi Tinubu said this will ensure balance and diverse perspectives, which she says are critical to community stability and national development. Senator Tinubu made the call last weekend as she joined the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Umo Eno, at a celebration marking International Women's Day 2026, where they acknowledge the strides and contributions of women toward the social stability and development of the oil-rich state.
The women of the Niger Delta are a powerful example of resilience and strength. They are the keepers of their homes and major drivers of the local economy. From farming to fishing, they work tirelessly to earn a living and support their families. Despite the challenges posed by pollution from the oil and gas industry and the near absence of basic social amenities, life in many communities remains difficult. Yet, the Niger Delta woman does not give up. From morning till night, she tends to her fragile crops and navigates the length of the rivers in search of fish and other resources, both for household consumption and for trade. Elaborating on this year's International Women's Day celebration, the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, commended the resilience of women in the Niger Delta while speaking at an event in Akwa Ibom State.
I encourage every woman here to be a positive tool for change in your homes, businesses, communities, and your state at large. When women lead with purpose, the entire nation feels the impact.
Also speaking, the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, commended the important role women play in all spheres of life, particularly in promoting stability within homes and the society in the Niger Delta. For the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Umo Eno, the success of any society largely depends on women. He appreciated the First Lady for her continued support and commitment to the welfare of women in the state and the Niger Delta.
Let me thank the Mother of the Nation specially for her love, for her support, for her mentoring spirit of the life that she's leading. Thank you for honoring my wife today by commissioning the Elderly Citizen Center that we have named Senator Oluremi Tinubu Senior Citizen Center.
Women who attended the celebration in large numbers were excited about being recognized. They appreciated the government for its support towards women in the state.
The governor has carried the women along massively. He has empowered the women, farmers, he has empowered the farmers. He has done a whole lot for the women of Akwa Ibom State.
I'm really happy today because today is the day of a woman. We are here today to enjoy the empowerment of the woman.
However, they called for increased empowerment initiatives, especially for women at the grassroots level.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The chairman of the governing board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Mr. Chiedu Ebie, says that the commission is intensifying efforts to ensure that the over 1 kilometer long Ka-Ataba Bridge is completed as soon as possible. The bridge, first awarded in 2009, connects Kana to Andoni local government areas in River State. Board Chairman Mr. Ebie, Managing Director Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, and other members of the board and management inspected the progress of work currently ongoing on the Ka-Ataba Bridge and Road project last week.
It has been about 2 years since the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, re-awarded the 1.2 kilometer Ka-Ataba Bridge and road project in Kana local government area of Rivers State after being stalled for over 12 years. About a year ago, the MD of the NDDC, Dr. Samuel Obuku, led the chairman of the governing board and other members of the board on an inspection visit to the site when work was just resuming. Last week, about 1 year after the team visited, they returned again to monitor the progress of work.
We're determined to ensure that this project is completed before the end of the year so that it can be commissioned. You need to deploy more resources to ensure that the pace of the work is increased. I believe I share the sentiments of my colleagues on the board here when they say that we're impressed with the work done thus far.
We actually promised delivering this project by ending of last year, but because of those challenges we couldn't, but I think we're still on track. I've already briefed Mr. President about the progress of this work. This is one of the projects he's going to be commissioning as part of his third year anniversary.
The traditional ruler of Ka community, His Royal Highness Benjamin Ledo, and his Ataba counterpart, His Royal Highness Benson Egwere, were present during the inspection visit by the NDDC team.
I want to thank the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria very much on behalf of the Ataba Kingdom for making sure that this project, that at a stage we lost hope completely because we were looking at it as turning around to be one of the abandoned projects in Nigeria. But we are seeing the progress that is going on today.
Ka community is one of the major communities in Kana local government, and in fact the gateway to about 3 local governments, to Boni, to Andoni and to Opobo. And so when the management of NDDC situated this project, we were very happy because we know this is going to bring quite a lot of development to our area and our region.
The bridge, which is the longest in the state and one of the longest in the entire region, will connect communities in Kana and Andoni local government areas while also serving as an alternative route to communities in both Boni Island and Opobo area. The team also stopped at the ongoing cardiovascular and orthopedic hospital project site in Port Harcourt, where they were briefed on the progress of work.
Our target is, upon finishing of this project, we also want to run it through partnership. Those who have the expertise in running hospitals such as this, give it to them. That's why we're trying to equip this place with the most sophisticated kind of medical facilities.
The whole idea is at the end of the day we can get first-class medical treatment here in Nigeria and also reduce medical tourism in terms of going outside the country. So we look forward to the completion of this cardiovascular and orthopedic hospital here in Port Harcourt.
The cardiovascular hospital project was initiated by the Regional Intervention Agency to reduce the need for overseas travel for treatment of heart and blood vessel related illnesses, as well as injuries to the skeletal system for the people of the oil-rich region.
Inside the Niger Delta.
The governor of Delta State, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori, says his administration will ensure that all contractors handling projects across the state deliver jobs that meet the highest quality standards. Governor Oborewori gave the assurance last week during the inauguration of the 4.8-kilometer Oko Amakom, Oko Obiokpo, Oko Anala Road and other road networks in Oshimili, South Local Government area. He added that the reforms of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which have increased funds available to subnational governments, have made it possible for his administration to undertake major infrastructure projects across the state.
To the service of humanity in Jesus' name.
Amen. The Oko Amakom, Oko Obiokpo, and Oko Anala Road was first awarded in 2018 under the administration of Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. While very little progress was achieved then, the project picked up speed under the current administration led by Sheriff Oborewori, who many described as a champion of continuity in governance for taking over many projects initiated by previous administrations in the state. The people who have struggled due to the bad condition of the road were excited last week to welcome the governor and his team who came for the official inauguration of the now completed over 4.8 kilometer road project.
Every time when I commission project, I say we are getting more money. Is it not coming from somewhere? It shows that the reforms and policies of the federal government is working. If it's not working, we will not get more money. I know what my predecessor suffered, and as I came, I have not suffered.
Why are you looking at us?
Contractors are not being owed.
Governor Oboreori, who expressed satisfaction with the project, also approved the construction of Phase 2 of the Oko Amakom, Oko Obiokpu, Oko Anala Road project at the cost of 16.9 billion naira. He, however, warned other contractors in the habit of delivering substandard work to desist or risk having their contracts revoked.
They don't patch work for me. You must see it in my eye. Please, my technical assistant, the Abraka Road, I was coming, go and tell the contractor that the drain they did there is not well finished. Please. Tell them to go and correct it immediately. So we are paying so much money, we should get value for our money.
Community stakeholders and residents thanked the governor for the project, which they say will improve their socio-economic interaction.
I want to appreciate our dear governor, the Oshibulisat local government people. You are aware that we are solidly behind you. We want to sincerely thank His Excellency for being here with us today and wishing him long term in office and the contribution of his term after this particular one.
We've been expecting it for some time now, but we never know it will come as the way the governor is doing it now. So we appreciate him.
Inside the Niger Delta,
Governor Doyediri, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Governor Hope Uzodinma, Pastor Umo Eno, Dakbo Abiodun, Sim Fubara, Basi Otu, Sheriff Oborewori, Lucky Ayedatiwa. What do they have in common? They can all strike gold at the deep sea ports in Age, Lekki, Oguta, Ibom, Olokola, Boni, Bakassi, Forcados and Ondo. Maritime Media Limited, the publishers of Nigeria's flagship maritime journal, Shipping World Magazine, plays host to the international business community and maritime stakeholders at the first International Investment Summit on Deep Sea Port Development in Nigeria. Keep a date with us as we brainstorm on vast business opportunities in Nigeria's marine and blue economy.
Ezekiel Group, oil and gas, dredging, power and air transportation. Ezekiel Group, petroleum product sufficiency, energy sustainability and infrastructure development.
The Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogboku, says the Commission remains committed to building stronger, lasting partnerships that will benefit the Niger Delta region. Dr. Ogboku made this known last week while receiving the Chief of the Nigerian Air Force, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, who visited the corporate headquarters of the NDDC in Port Harcourt. The NDDC boss also noted that under the administration of President Bola Tinubu, the Commission will continue to support security agencies to promote peace, stability, and development across the region.
The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, and his team were received at the Commission's corporate headquarters in Port Harcourt by the management led by the Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Samuel Ogboku. Speaking during the visit, the Chief of the Air Staff commended the NDDC for its developmental efforts across the region, particularly its support for Nigerian Air Force formation in the Niger Delta region.
When I was posted to Yenagoa, that was the week you approved the solar light. From that point onward, it was positive development. So it made it look like something was special about me. But it was him. That it was not just the Air Force. It was the same story with my other security compatriots, the brigade commander the DSS, at the police. All our headquarters were all equipped with solar system and solar power system, and all the support we could ask for, we got from him.
While hailing the current board and management for its ongoing projects and initiatives, Air Marshal Aneke thanked the NDDC for donating to the Nigerian Air Force a facility in Yenagoa that now houses the Nigerian Air Force Institute of Administrative Management. He added that the NDDC's gesture made it possible for the Air Force to move the school, which was previously located in Kaduna State, to Bayelsa State.
The Air Force deliberately chose the school that we sent to that place. We could have sent any school, but we felt honored that if you who spend this kind of money to put an edifice like this, we must make sure that the community gains a lot.
Responding, the NDDC Managing Director, Dr. Samuel Obuku, said the Commission's collaboration with security agencies is part of its commitment to supporting the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu in the Niger Delta.
So for us, in supporting you is also supporting ourselves, because development and security are intertwined, because without peace, there will be no development. And without development, there will also be no peace. So we need this partnership, we need this collaboration to ensure that, yes, it is a win-win situation for all of us.
Dr. Obuku also commended the Nigerian Air Force for properly utilizing and maintaining the facilities handed over to them. He added that the Commission remains open to stronger partnerships that will benefit the people of the region.
In the past, NDDC have developed many facilities which we've handed over to state governments, local governments, and many of them are not even in use. So recently we came to an agreement that let us see how we can renovate most of these hospitals and also look for worthy private partners to also hand over to them to see if they can run it. It is for the benefit of the people.
Over the years, the NDDC has continued to support the military and other security institutions in the region to promote peace and encourage economic growth.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Tea lovers and nutritionists in Port Harcourt have welcomed the opening of the first tea lounge in the Niger Delta, located in the heart of the Garden City. Some residents and health professionals who spoke with Inside the Niger Delta said the growing cases of unexplained illnesses across the oil-rich Niger Delta region make it important for people to include natural teas in their daily diets. The Leaf and Pleasure Tea Lounge, located in the GRA area of the city, offers a variety of naturally brewed teas available for both in-house enjoyment and takeaway.
This is Leaf and Pleasure Tea Lounge, located at number 14 Onair in Jare, Port Harcourt, the very first of its kind across the entire Niger Delta region. It is a place where you find a variety of naturally blended teas for both nourishment of the body and healing. Mr. Anthony Akatapo and Mr. Victor Uko are tea lovers who shared their experience at the Leaf and Pleasure Tea Lounge with our correspondent.
It's a great place. Now the ambience is very lovely. It's in the heart of Port Harcourt, New GRA. Instead of me to go to the beer parlor to go and be taking alcohol, which at the end of the day does a lot of damage in my body. So I said to come here and take a detox tea, which for me I feel is nice and it's smooth. I'll be here again.
The benefit of coming to a place like this is to get the natural stuff, not the chemical or the one that is made by a human. It will help to nourish your skin. It will make you to look very healthy, strong, energetic, and that tiredness you normally have in you will stop automatically.
The first tea parlor in the Niger Delta is the brainchild of Chief Mrs. Ibiere Ofe, wife of Isoko-born billionaire and businessman Chief Matt Ofe. The lounge was officially opened on Thursday, February 26, 2026, to cater to tea lovers across the region who for years have desired experiences similar to those found in many developed countries. A Port Harcourt-based dietitian and nutritionist, Kosobameji Oluwaseyi, said the widespread exposure to hydrocarbon and other environmental impacts of oil and gas activities in the Niger Delta makes it important for residents to embrace natural teas that help cleanse the body and boost the immune system.
Green tea has the ability to flush out all these carcinogenic agents that are being deposited into the body through these fumes, these black soot, or all these carcino agents. Green tea would also help you to have relaxed nerves. It's not just because you are taking the tea because it is hot or it's because of the weather, but taking a green tea, the tea parlor, is just an innovation that will help the body.
The official opening of this tea spot coincided with the 60th birthday of Chief Matt Ofer. Chief Iberi Ofer had a special birthday session where family members, friends and business associates of her husband gathered for praise and thanksgiving, which was followed by tasting of the variety of teas available at the lounge. The surprise birthday was not over just yet. An even larger number of friends gathered again for an evening of entertainment and celebration in honor of the Isoko-born businessman and philanthropist. Chief Ofer's friends prayed for even more wonderful years ahead while sharing happy recollections of their early years together.
When we came into Port Harcourt in the late 90s, Matt, they were already here, and they were the ones that held our hands in this Port Harcourt. You are a lover of the Niger Delta region, and you are a philanthropist. You have supported the youth.
So helpful to the police, and is one special person to each and every one of us. And the population here speaks volume of the kind of person he is.
Isoko North, there's no boundary for him. In Isoko, we have North, we have South. But Matt is for Isoko North, it's for Isoko South, it's for Central, it's for North, it's for everybody. Isoko people are very proud of Matt, who is an ambassador of Isoko people in Rivers State and also in Nigeria.
For the celebrant, it's indeed a blessing to have lived to see the 60th mark, and even more exciting to be surrounded by a loving family and great friends.
I have never had this kind of shock I had in my life before. All my 60 years of existence, I want to thank all of you. You are great people. I want to give it to my wife. Wonderful. I pray that God in His infinite mercy will keep her. Like I told her today, the day I die, that's the day she will die. Because she's a good woman, I will not leave her on this earth. Because if I leave her and go, any man weak eye for him, I'll come from my grave, call it out for her.
Chief Ofer is the founder of Lesoda Group, which specializes in oil and gas operations and marine services, renewable energy and agriculture, as well as construction services. Beyond his contribution to the overall infrastructure development across Niger Delta states, he has continued to invest in community initiatives that are empowering youth and women alike.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Retiring professor of philosophy at the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Lucky Akarose, has called on academic scholars to go beyond their primary responsibility of teaching and research in the ivory towers to confront social injustice and inequality in society. This was the central message of his valedictory lecture held last week at the Central Bank of Nigeria Center of Excellence building of the University of Port Harcourt.
Academic scholars and top management of the University of Port Harcourt in Rivers State, as well as family and friends, last week joined Professor Lucky Tojumi Akarose for his final public lecture as he bowed out of the classroom. The scholar of Ishekiri extraction has taught philosophy at the university for over 3 decades.
Yes, I mean, academicians, colleagues, do your work here, but that is not all that University of Port Harcourt needs. There are so much. The social space is variegated. It is wide. Academicians, colleagues, let us be involved and contribute our quota to our society. Our knowledge must be deployed.
In his remarks, the Vice-Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt, Professor Owunari Abraham George Will, commended Professor Lucky Akariose for his contributions to the university, describing him as a distinguished scholar whose intellectual depth will be missed.
We cherish your contributions, especially at the floor of Senate, as it has helped us to shape discussion and to make decisions in the Senate. We thank you for that.
Other scholars, including the Vice-Chancellor of Ignatius Achuru University of Education, Professor Okechukwu Onuchukwu, say Professor Akariose is not just an academic, but also a selfless advocate who often puts his comfort on the line in the pursuit of social justice and the defense of the Niger Delta people.
Throughout the period I've known Lucky, he's always talking about struggle. Lucky is not from Ogoni, but he participated in all this struggle, just to ensure that the people of Niger Delta, their voices are heard.
You may wonder to ask yourself, where did he get all this courage? Because you see him, he was in Nadeco, he was in democracy to fight oppression, which was what his great-grandfather did.
Professor Akariose is a direct descendant of the renowned Chief Nana Olomu family in Ishekiri land. He was born on the 3rd of March 1956 in Nana Town in Koko, Delta State. He joined the University of Port Harcourt in 1991 after obtaining his bachelor's and master's degrees in philosophy from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. This hymn by the audience was his special selection, one that captures his journey as an accomplished teacher and mentor of thousands who learned on the hymn. Yet, as for advocacy for a better Niger Delta, Professor Akariose says there's still much to be done.
I'm disappointed. It's painful. I wouldn't say I regret all my involvement and the risk I took, but we thank God for the opportunity.
Inside the Niger Delta.
Well, that's the size of our package on the program for today. Inside the Niger Delta, the authentic voice of Nigeria's oil-rich region will be back same time, same station next week. Until then, you can follow us on our social media handles shown right now on your screens. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria for these stories and many more. Until next week, I am MAMODE AKUGHA, thanking you for tuning in. Bye for now.
Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.